The first and foremost, spiritual science, the very essence of spiritual science is to understand the karma science. So spiritual science is equal to karma science. The more you understand the law of karma, the more you understand the spiritual science. The first point, spiritual science is equal to karma science. Now you can understand how much emphasis it is given towards the understanding of the law of karma. The second point, the law of karma helps in our evolution. It is a beautiful law. It is a divine law which helps in our evolution. Karma is not a punishment, but a beautiful learning tool. Now let us go into the basics of it. So now we have understood that law of karma is nothing but, the spiritual science is nothing but the law of karma. In the spiritual science, there are many concepts to learn, but the most important among all, the topmost is the law of karma. And karma is not a punishment, it is a learning tool. So these two are the foundation. Now, how does the karma gets created first? Who is responsible for creating the karma? It is your mind. So mind creates karma. That is the third point you have to understand. Your mind creates the karma. If you have a positive mind, you create positive karmas, good karmas. If you have a negative mind, you create bad karmas. So it is your mind which creates the karmas. The next point, the fourth point. So we create our own karmas. We create our own karmas because of our mind. So we are the creator. We are the Brahma. And we sustain this karma. We are the sustaining factor. How long you want to drag on to this karma? How long you want to dwell in this karma? How long you want to sustain in this karmic consequences is again your free will. It's your choice. So we create the karma, we sustain the karma, and we have the capacity, we have the ability, and only we can destroy the karma. So when you create the karma, somebody else cannot come and destroy it. Only you have to destroy it. You have to burn it. Only you can burn your own karmas. Or in other words, only you can transform your own. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva concept. Brahma is the creator, Vishnu is the sustainer, Shiva is the destroyer. They destroy that and it transforms. Destroyer, transformer. We create our own reality based on our thoughts, based on our words, and based on our actions. And our thoughts, words, and actions are all from our mind. So mind creates karmas. Now, some of you might ask, okay, tell me in one word, when can I burn off all my karmas? It is too much. I've been hearing this karma concept for a long time. So how to burn it? When can I burn it? When you get into oneness consciousness, all the karmas get burnt. Oneness consciousness burns all your karmas. Mind creates karmas. Your oneness consciousness, when you get into the oneness consciousness, burns all of your karmas. What is oneness consciousness? When there is no me and mine, you are in oneness consciousness. So until you reach that level of consciousness where there is no me and mine, that means you are in oneness consciousness. So when you are in oneness consciousness, all your karmas are burnt. You don't need to take one more lifetime. That is your final lifetime. So it takes from the first lifetime till the final lifetime, it takes many lifetimes. So in the beginning, you create more karmas, and later on, you add on to your karmas, you sustain your karmas, then you learn your lessons, then finally, you burn one by one. So if you say that, oh, it's getting too much, right? So I want to burn it off once for all. So get into the oneness consciousness. Let go of me and mine. Then you're burning all your karmas. Now, how does this happen? What is the way? What is the process? The fastest, the most efficient is meditation. What happens? Sometimes people ask, sir, how does our meditation burn our karmas? Now I'll explain you the science. The more you meditate, the more you are cultivating the mind. The more you are making the mind beautiful, the more the monkey mind becomes a beautiful mind. And the more you meditate, see, point number one, when you meditate, your monkey mind becomes a beautiful mind, point number one. And point number two, when you meditate, your awareness level increases, point number two. And point number three, the more you meditate, the more your third eye, which is the extrasensory perceptions, the more your extrasensory perceptions gets activated. And fourth point, the more you meditate, the more you are full of energetic. You know what to do, what not to do, what is right, what is wrong. The level of your discernment increases. The strength of your discernment increases. And number five, the more you meditate, the more you are guided by your heart, not by your mind. The heart is for oneness. The mind is for me and mine. And the next point, to understand in the science of karma is your intentions matter. As long as your intentions are good, your intentions are pure, the result is not as you expected. Your actions are creating some harm to others, but your intentions are good, then there is no karma for you. If your intentions are good, but it ended up hurting others, you will not have any bad karma for that because your intentions are pure. So your intentions matter. Vice versa, it appears that you are helping others. It appears that you are a good Samaritan. You are doing good things, but your intentions are not right. Then it is a bad karma for you. So your intentions matter, and your intentions comes from your mind. So this topic is so deep, you cannot just understand overnight. But again and again, when you keep listening to it, again and again, when you keep contemplating upon it, again and again, when you are having a satsang about it, you understand more and more deeply. We are not perfect beings. If you are a perfect being, then you cannot stay in the body. We have come to the earth to learn lessons. We have come to the earth to master the perfection, to learn the perfection, to perfect ourselves. We have come. As we are all students of our own life journey, we constantly learn. So the more and more we learn, the more and more we evolve, the more and more we are burning of all the karmas. Learning the lessons is equal to burning the karmas. The more you learn the lesson, the more you are burning your karmas. So your focus should be on learning the lessons, my dear friends, at any given situation. Whatever might be the challenges you are going through, your focus should be on learning. And sometimes people ask, Sir, how do I know that if I have still more karmas left? If you're having challenges in life, then you're having a happy life all the time. Then there is no karma for you. All the karmas are burnt. You are an enlightened being. You are no more stuck in the karma. You are out of the karma once for all. When you get into this oneness consciousness, you are out of the karma once for all. And it takes lifetimes. There is no shortcut. You have to keep learning. See, when you will finish the lessons is not the point. The point is, let it take 1 lifetime, 2 lifetime, 10 lifetimes. Let it take as much as possible. You are not bothered about it. Your focus is always on this moment. Because if you focus on the analysis, when, why, what, then you're stuck in the mind level. Your focus should be always on the present moment. In this present moment, I'm going through certain challenges, I'm going through certain things in my life. So how do I deal the current situation? How do I deal the present moment? Am I dealing the present moment to the best possible way? So that is the question you need to ask. So how do you deal the present moment in the best possible way? Is number one, you need to have energy. If you have less energy, then you cannot handle the situation 100%. You cannot do your best when you have less energy. So the most important factors dealing with the present moment is energy. Number one, energy, cosmic energy. And number two, awareness. Energy and awareness. These are the two things which are very, very important to deal with any given situation to the best possible way. When you have energy and awareness, then you will have clarity. Then you know what to do, what not to do. You will understand the consequences. When you understand the consequences, you will always take the right step. When you're taking the right step, you are no more stuck in the karmic loop. Okay. So I'll give an example. Maybe you'll understand more of this with examples. There is a term I want you to understand. It is called samskaras. Samskaras. It's a Sanskrit term. Samskara means it's a quality of your soul. Okay, the qualities. What qualities you have, that is your samskaras. Your samskaras comes from your karmas. Your past life karmas, suppose you have taken 300 lifetimes. In 300 lifetimes, what all the karmas you have done, the residue of that karmas is nothing but your samskaras. Your karmas create a certain quality, which is samskara. And once you have these samskaras impact your karmas. Your karmas impact your samskaras, and your samskaras impact your karmas. Based on the past karmas, you have a certain samskara today. And because of your samskara, you will create certain karmas which will impact tomorrow. Yesterday's actions are impacted in today's affairs. Whatever you are going through today is because of your past actions. And how you deal with the present moment impacts your future karmas. So that's why it is called a karmic cycle. So how do you come out of this cycle? How do you break the chain? The chain is all interlinked. Yesterday is linked to today is linked to tomorrow, and what you do tomorrow impacts the next day. So how do you come out of this chain? The gift you have is the present moment. That's why it is called present. Present means gift. So you can use your present moment to break the karmic chains. Past is past. Gatam gatam. You cannot do anything about the past. And future is not yet in your hands. The only thing which you have in your hands is the present moment. So your present moment is nothing but the result of all your past karmas. Now, if you don't respond to the present moment in the right way, then you will create more karmas which will impact tomorrow. You are adding up to your karmic account. Now, another point to remember, and please write down this point. Every time you are reacting, you are adding more karma. See, you have this present moment. In the present moment, you have a certain challenge, you have a certain given situation. And in this situation, you are reacting out of your emotions, out of your fear, out of your past experiences, whatever might be the justification. When you are in the reaction mode, you are creating karmas. You are adding up more karmas. You are burdening yourself with more karmas anytime you are reacting. When you are responding, when you are responding to the present moment, when you are responding to the current challenges, then you are dealing with the karma. Then you are burning the karma. There is a possibility you will burn the karma. There is a possibility you will burn the chains. You are no more stuck in the loop when you are responding. I'll give you an example. Suppose you have been a thief in many lifetimes, like in your immediate past life, you have a stealing habit, you are a thief. That was your profession. So in your past life, you were a thief. That was your profession. So you created certain karmas, and that karmas have created the samskara. So in the current lifetime, you are not a thief. In the current lifetime, you are born in a very respectable family. You are born with a lot of riches. But even though you are born in the rich family, the samskara of stealing is still with you, because that quality of stealing is created by you in the past life. So in this lifetime, you don't need to do any stealing. You have a lot of money and you are from a respectable family. But still, the thought, the samskara, the quality to steal is there in this lifetime. Okay. So, for example, you are going to a dinner party. You are going to a dinner party, and the party is hosted by a very high level person. So, you see beautiful things there, silver spoons, golden bowls, and many, many things on the dining table. And you yourself are a well to do person. So, when you do there, your thoughts are, oh, I want to take it away. I want it for me, because you have the samskara of stealing. So anything beautiful you see, you want it for yourself. Even though you don't need to steal it, your samskara will, it's hanging on your back. It will motivate. It will trigger you. It will trigger you. Your hands will be like this. I need to I need to do it. I need to take the stealing. You go to some museum, you want to steal the beautiful things there. Why you are doing? Because that is your samskara. It has come because of your own past life karmas, your own karmas, and that residue is nothing but samskaras. Now, if you are not aware, if your awareness level is very, very low, if your energy level is low, your awareness level is low, then what will you do? You will attempt stealing. And when you attempt stealing, there is every possibility you will get catch hold of it. People will catch hold of you because of whatever the CCTV cameras are, these and that. You will get catch hold of it. You will be caught. And then you have to face the consequences. In this lifetime, you don't need to steal. But because of the past life karmas, because of the past life actions, in this lifetime, you are compelled to do things. And you have to end up going to jail again because of the past life samskaras. So this is an example. Now the same situation, in the past life, the same situation, the same character, the same example, but in the present lifetime, he starts meditating. So in the present lifetime, he starts meditating. He starts everyday meditation. He does everyday meditation regularly. So his energy levels are always high. And the more you meditate, the more your awareness level is also high. So you go to the dinner party, or you go to museums, or you go to any place, you still have the temptation to steal. The temptation is there, but your awareness level is so high, your energy levels are so high, you are no more a slave to your samskaras. You are witnessing, the qualities are there, but you are in a pure witness mode. So you don't become a slave to your samskaras. You will respond to it. You know the consequences, that if this moment I don't behave properly, the next moment I will suffer. So I better behave properly in this moment. So You helped yourself with your own awareness not to continue, not to be a slave to the karmic chain, not to get stuck in the karmic chain. So that moment when you responded to the situation with awareness, you have broken the karmic chain. Now this action becomes your new samskara. So this action, this old samskara is replaced by the new samskara. So the new samskara is to act responsibly. So this is how you take care of yourself, and this is how you break karma, all the karmic bonds. I've just given one example to make you understand. It's actually a very deep subject. So the key, the fundamental is awareness. If you don't have enough awareness, you cannot handle the present moment. You are just a slave to your own samskaras. But when you have awareness, awareness means you have the ability to see the consequences. You have the ability to see what to do, what not to do. And along with awareness, you need to have the energy to act upon it. So that's why I said energy is also important. Suppose you have awareness but less energy, then again it doesn't help. See, many people, they know doing meditation is really, really good for them. They know it, but they don't do it. Many people know gossiping is a poison to the soul. They know, but still they do it. Why? Knowing is one thing, acting upon is another thing. So you need awareness and energy. So you need to have this awareness and the energy to overcome all the temptations and to be a master of your life. So meditation gives you awareness, meditation gives you energy. So the more you meditate, the more your awareness levels are more, your energy levels are more. And when you have heightened awareness, when you have heightened energy, you are able to handle the current moment, you are able to respond to the current moment, the current situation, the present moment. So the more and more you respond to the situation, the more and more you are out of the karma. That's how you burn the karma. That's how meditation helps to burn all your karmas. So this is the equation. This is the formula. And sometimes you might do a mistake. It's okay. Try your best. You always try your best. Don't be disheartened. Always, this is another important point you all have to write when you're dealing with karma. We all know that karma is learning lessons and it's not a punishment. So the final point is always do the best and leave the rest. When you're doing the best and leaving the rest, you keep moving forward. But if you're expecting the results, if you're expecting the outcome of any action you do, then you're again getting stuck into a fresh bondage of karma. This is what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. Do the actions, but don't expect the results. So when you're doing the actions and when you're not expecting the results, that means you are detached. You are no more attached to the outcome. When you're not attached to the outcome, you are no more in that karma anymore. So this is how you come out of the karmic cycle. The more and more you are detached from the results, the more and more you are coming out of the karmic loop. Some habits are very strong. We carry it from many lifetimes. You may not be able to break it in one attempt, but you have to keep attempting. You have to keep doing your best. So the more and more you keep doing your best, the more and more you are progressing. It is like this, you take a granite stone, you hit it with a hammer. With one hit, it will not break. You keep hitting it 10 times, 15 times, 20 times, and the 21st time it will break. So it takes 20 beatings before the 21st one for the granite stone to break. So some of our vasanas, some of our samskaras are very strong. It takes time. It really takes time. So you have to be kind to yourself. This is another point. When you are going through this life journey on the planet Earth, you have to be very, very kind to yourself. You have to be very delicate. You have to, it's like a glass. It's like a very fragile glass. Your life is a very fragile glass. You have to hold it very, very delicately. Just imagine you are carrying a glass bowl from one room to another room. It's a very fragile glass. You need to be very careful. You need to hold it very dearly, safely. If you don't hold it carefully, then it breaks into 1,000 pieces. So your life is also very delicate. You have to carry your life very carefully. How do you carry your life very delicately? Is be kind to yourself. Let go of all the self-judgments. When you let go of all the self-judgments, you are kind to yourself. When you are least bothered about others' opinions, you are kind to yourself. When you are doing the best and you are leaving the rest, you are kind to yourself. And for any mistake you do, you forgive yourself and you say that, okay, I will learn from the mistake. I will not feel guilty. So every time you are helping yourself from not feeling guilty, you are kind to yourself. You might learn the lesson in 2-3 attempts. So what? You are doing your best. That matters. You are meditating sincerely. You are reading your books. You are helping others to the best extent possible. And you are helping yourself to the best extent possible. That's all matters. You are helping yourself to the best extent possible. Underline the word to the best extent possible. And you are helping others to the best extent possible. This is the formula to burn all the karmas. You are helping yourself to the best extent possible is equal to burning of all the karmas. Best extent possible. What is the definition of best extent possible? You are doing your best. For example, you sleep 8 hours per day. Just imagine, for example, you are sleeping 8 hours. Instead of sleeping 8 hours, you are sleeping 4 hours, and the rest of the 4 hours you are meditating. This is the formula for helping yourself the best extent. The best way of self help is divide the sleep. Instead of 8 hours, sleep for 4 hours. Another 4 hours you meditate. We don't need 8 hours of sleep. Our body needs only average of 4 hours sleep. Our body needs 4 hours of sleep so that the bones, the flesh, the muscles, they get some rest. In sleep also you get cosmic energy, but you get 10 times more cosmic energy in meditation. Let me say a few comparison about sleep and meditation. I think people have some doubts also. I think in the last week or the before week, somebody asked the question, sleep and meditation. So it is very important you understand that sleep is a must. You cannot avoid it. Sleep is a gift of the nature. Sleep is needed. Minimum of 3 or 4 hours sleep is needed so that your body, your bones, as a soul, you don't need rest, but the physical body needs rest. So 3 to 4 hours of sleep is good enough, and more than that is not needed. So more than that, whatever the time you have, you cut down the sleep and you focus on meditation. So when you focus on meditation, what happens? In sleep, you get energy, but in meditation, along with energy, your extrasensory perceptions gets activated. Along with energy, your awareness increases. Along with energy and awareness, your third eye activation happens. The same amount of time, you use it the best way. Every day, 4 hours you can save and use it for meditation, 2 hours of meditation, and 1 hour of reading book, and 1 hour of listening to masters' speeches. You can do so many things. So this is one example. Reducing the sleep and increasing the meditation. Point number one. This is how you're helping yourself the best way. Reducing the sleep and increasing the meditation. The more you increase the meditation, the more your awareness increases, the more your energy increases. And also, your third eye gets activated. Your third eye is extrasensory perceptions, your ability to see beyond the visual range, your ability to hear beyond the audible range, your ability to feel beyond the human touch, and your ability to smell beyond the physical fragrances. So these are extrasensory perceptions. And we all have extrasensory perceptions. So the more and more we are filled, we are saturated with cosmic energy, more naturally, like a flower blossoms, our extrasensory perceptions blossoms. The formula is very simple. Get yourself saturated with cosmic energy. The more you meditate, the more you receive energy. The more you receive the energy, the more the saturation of the energy happens. The more the energy is saturated, very naturally your extrasensory perceptions gets awakened. When your extrasensory perceptions or your third eye qualities gets awakened, then very naturally, your intuition is very sharp. You can able to perceive the things. You are able to see the bigger picture. And when you have these abilities, then very naturally your awareness is to the highest. You have a heightened awareness. You know what to do, you know what not to do, which decision to take. Do you need to take left or you need to take right in your life direction? Or don't take left, don't take right, keep moving straight. All those guidance your inner gives you, your soul gives you. This is the best way. Reduce the sleep, increase the meditation, number one. And when some people, especially women, they say that, sir, the food is very tempting. We cannot let go of the temptation of the food. Do this experiment. The more you are saturated with cosmic energy, the less hunger you will feel. That's why the yogis, they eat only one meal a day. It's not that they are hungry, but still they force themselves to eat one meal a day. No, the yogis, they do a lot of meditation. They are filled with a lot of cosmic energy. So they don't feel hunger. They don't get hungry because they're full of energy. They just eat one meal to sustain the body. That's all. So for all the people who want to reduce the weight, who are so conscious about the body weight, just very naturally your hunger level reduces. You will eat very less and you will be very fit. Physically also you will be very fit. You will eat, your choices of eating becomes qualitative. You won't eat junk food. You will eat more fresh food, organic food, fruits, vegetables, nuts, because you become energy sensitive. The other point to add is you become energy sensitive. When you become energy sensitive, you will be very, very sensitive to your body. Energetically, you will become sensitive. Emotionally, you will become balanced. This happens very naturally. See, the only thing you need to do is reduce the sleep and increase the meditation. All the rest of the things happens very naturally, automatically. You don't need to go to any therapist. You don't need to go to any gurus. You don't need to attend any retreats. Don't need to do anything. Sitting at home, you can increase the meditation. And the more you meditate, the more the practice of mindfulness happens very naturally. You can also practice mindfulness. When you practice mindfulness, it helps in your deep meditation. And more you meditate, it helps in your mindfulness. So the practice of meditation and the practice of mindfulness, they both help each other. Now, the second point, the first is meditation. I told you the best way to help yourself is reduce the sleep, increase the meditation. Point number one. Point number two, the best way to help yourself, point number two, is practice mindfulness every day. The more you practice mindfulness every day, the more the quality of your awareness increases, the depth of your awareness increases. You underline this. The depth of your awareness increases with the practice of mindfulness. And point number three, in whatever the spare time you have after the practice of meditation, whatever the spare time you have, you help others in whatever way possible. You can teach meditation, you can share your book knowledge, you can share your wisdom, or you can guide them. You can just give your lending ears. You can listen to others and just ask them to do meditation. If you have any special gifts or talents, share it with others. Be in the sharing mode. Third point, be in the sharing mode. Sharing is caring. Sharing is self-caring. The more you share, it can be anything. It doesn't need to be only money. Last time we asked for some content writers to volunteer. You won't believe we got almost more than 20 applications from around the world, from university scholars to PhD researchers. We have more than 20 people emailing, sir, we want to volunteer. So service, you don't need to do only with money. Donation is not the only service. You can give your time, you can give your expertise, give your time, give your best qualities to others. That is also service. Whatever you have in excess, share it with others. Whatever the gift you have, share it with others. Whatever the excess you have excess food, share it with others. You have excess clothes, share it with others. You have excess money, share it with others. Whatever you have excess, share it with others. And also, your gifts, you might have a certain gift, the gift of singing, the gift of music, or the gift of talking, the gift of reading and able to absorb many things. So whatever the gifts you have, you share it, because your gifts are not only for you, your gifts are for everybody, or not only for you, it is also for others. For example, you are a good cook, you are a great cook, so it's not only for you, you share it with others. Go to some satsangs and offer to cook for everybody. Why only your family members should enjoy your tasty food? Let the whole community enjoy the tasty food. So you should think about everybody. The third point, sharing is caring. Sharing is self-caring. These 3 points, if you put it in practice, see, in the beginning of the session, I told you about the law of karma, how the karma operates, how the mind creates the karma. And so then there is how the past impacts the present and the present impacts the future. So you understood all those things theoretically. And you also understood that unless you get into the oneness consciousness, you cannot come out of the karma. You cannot come out of the karmic cycle. Now, how to get into that oneness consciousness? I'm giving you the practical tips. Point number one, reduce the sleep and increase the meditation. Point number two, practice mindfulness in every way possible. In every work you are doing, practice mindfulness. Right from taking shower to cleaning your garden, to cleaning your house, to cooking and eating, practice mindfulness. If you really want to burn all your karmas, practice mindfulness along with meditation. And the third, share. The more you share, you know what happens? The more your karmic accounts gets closed. All the good karmas you do, it helps. For example, you have 1 unit bad karma in your account, and you do 1 unit of good karma, it gets balanced, neutralized. So we don't know for how many lifetimes, how many bad karmas we have done. And we don't know what is our account. So the more you are in the sharing mode, the more all your past accounts gets cleared. And also only in service you have the highest joy. If you want, you can experiment. Only in service you have the highest joy. The highest joy, in other words, is called blissful experience. It's called a bliss, delight. Delight means great pleasure. So the more you do service, more naturally you get into oneness consciousness. Because when you're serving food for others, you see yourself as the other person. When you're helping others in any way possible, you feel that you are helping yourself. So you see yourself in everybody. So that is how practically you get into oneness consciousness. Oneness consciousness means not theoretically putting in your mind that I feel one with everybody. Practically, you have to feel everybody is inside you, you are in everybody. So how do you practically experience oneness? It's only by sharing. You don't need to give billions of dollars, but whatever you have in excess, 1 rupee you have excess, give that 1 rupee. $1 you have excess, share that $1 with a needy person. Whatever you have in excess, you share it. So sharing is self-caring. And also the more you share, the more you experience the highest joy. And more you share, the more you get into the oneness consciousness. And the more you get into the oneness consciousness, more you are burning all your karmas. Again, remember to the first statement I have said, your mind creates your karma and your oneness consciousness burns your karma. So every time you are in this oneness consciousness, you are burning the karma. This subject is really deep. Theoretically, you might feel like, yes, you have understood, but you have to listen to it again and again many times, and you have to practically implement in your life. That is very important. And again, this is the most important, the fundamental and the most important law in the science of spirituality. In the spiritual science, there are many laws, but the most important, the most fundamental is the law of karma. What you do comes back to you. We have done so much in our past lives. Gatam, we don't need to worry about it. But only this moment is in our hands. So how you handle this moment, that is in your hands. I'll tell you another formula, another point. You might have done so much bad karmas, but it takes time for the fruitification. Just you do one bad things, you will not immediately get the impact. It takes time. Just like when you sow the seed, it doesn't immediately become a tree. It takes time for the seed to become a tree. So for all the bad karmas you have done, it takes time for you to come back. It takes time for it to come back to you, to face the consequences, to pay for it. It takes time. And also you do good karmas. When you do bad karmas, it comes as illness, sufferings. When you do good karmas, it comes back to us as wellness, saubhagya, as wellness, as good health, as prosperity. Bad karmas leads to bad health. Good karmas leads to health and prosperity. So for all the good karmas also, it takes time before it can manifest the consequences. For all the bad karmas also, it takes time before it can manifest. It can manifest immediately, or it can manifest after 1 day, or it can manifest after 1 year, or it can manifest after 1 lifetime, or it can manifest after 10 lifetimes. It takes its own divine time. For good karmas also, it takes its own divine time to manifest. For bad karmas also, it takes its own divine time to manifest. If you handle the present moment in the proper way, if you handle the present moment in the right way, if you handle the present moment in the best possible way, you can avoid all the consequences of what you have done in the past, because it is still in the pipeline. Suppose you have done terribly wrong in your past lives and it is about to manifest sooner or later in your life. But if you become meditative today, if you practice mindfulness and if you practice seva, service, then before it can land back, before it can manifest in your life, the consequences, this will go as a vaccine. Like, your good karmas goes as a vaccine and neutralizes them. So the unnecessary future suffering will be avoided when you do the right action today. So by taking care of this present moment, you are also taking care of the future, because your present impacts the future. What you do today, it impacts the future. So my dear friends, that's why all the major religions, Whether you take Sikhism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, you take any religion, they emphasize on service. Because the more you are in the path of service, the more you are settling the accounts automatically, the more you are heading into the oneness consciousness. Okay. So 3 points you have to remember. That is how you come out of all the karmas. Sometimes people say that, oh, he has done so much good, but he's still suffering. Why is still suffering? Because for all the good he has done, it takes time to manifest as saubhagya, to manifest as wellness. And sometimes you say, oh, he's such a terrible person. He's doing so much bad karma, but nothing is happening to him. He's still happy. For all the bad things he has done, again, it takes time to manifest. But if you handle the present moment, unconsciously, unknowingly, knowingly, unknowingly, whatever you have done in your past is getting neutralized. If the present moment is utilized properly. That's why it is called a gift. We all have the free will as a gift. We have the free will. It is the greatest gift we have. The free will is the greatest gift we have. We can use our free will this moment, come out of the karmic cycle and burn our karma. The question mark is, are you really, really interested? Are you really, really sincere to burn all your karmas? And what happens when you burn all your karmas? If you burn all your old karmas and if you are out of the karmic baggage, what happens? You get liberated. You are no more in the prison of life and death cycle of the planet Earth. You go to universities. There are so many other dimensions. Earth is a beautiful place, but it's not a good idea to get stuck in the earth for a long time. You have to quickly finish these lessons and go to universities because our education continues, our learning continues. Our journey is an eternal journey. It is an eternal journey. Why to get stuck again and again with the old lessons? You have to quickly finish off the old lessons and go to new lessons. Go to new colleges, new universities. There are so many dimensions. The admission into the higher universities, what is the eligibility? The eligibility to get admitted into the higher universities, higher dimensions, is you have to break all the karmic. You have to burn all the karmic baggage. When you burn all the karmic baggage, then you get eligible to travel to other dimensions. If you're still stuck with the heavy karmic baggage, then you're stuck in this cycle, life and death cycle on the planet Earth. You are not going to the other dimensions. People are so much attached to the wealth. People are so much attached to relationships. People are so attached to the name and fame, but they don't realize that it is a baggage. Your attachment is your baggage. Your detachment is your liberation. When you're attached to something, that means you are putting a heavy baggage on yourself. When you're detached from something, that means you are helping you. You are helping your own self to travel to other dimensions, to explore grander realities. So again, it's your choice whether you want to get attached or be detached. Me and mine is attachment. My property, my wife, my husband, my children, my work, my profession, my creativity. It's my painting. I'm the great dancer, right? That me and mine is attachment. When you let go of me and mine, I say, whatever I have is not only for me, whatever I have is for everybody. The wealth I have is for everybody. The creativity I have is for everybody. And the relationships I have is not for me to hold on to it. The relationships for me is to make friendship. When you change all your relationships into friendships, you are in detachment mode. When all the wealth you have is for everybody, then you are detached. When all the talents and creativity you have is for everybody, then you are detached. This is the formula. Now, the more you are detached, the more you are liberated. You finish your earth cycle and you go to higher worlds. And if you want, you can come back again as a master teacher. You don't need to come back because of the karmic prison. You can come as a free person, as a liberated person. So, my dear friends, it is very, very important you listen to these topics again and again very carefully. And the final concluding point I would like to say, the conclusion is one step at a time. There are so much things to learn, one step at a time. Learn small things. Learn small things and integrate in your life, and then go to the next. The mighty ocean is formed with just drops of water. Drops of water forms a mighty ocean. So, your enlightenment, your grand enlightenment, happens with baby steps, one step at a time. Make small changes in your life. For good, small changes. You make small changes. For example, getting up early in the morning or sleeping early in the night and reducing the sleep. Small changes, not to speak unnecessarily, not to waste time, not to gossip. You don't need to implement all the things at a time. Just one thing, one small step you integrate. That will create a huge impact. One baby step creates a huge impact. This is the ultimate formula. If you are not taking these baby steps, no great things can be achieved.